In the vast, cold expanse, humanity faced its darkest hour. An overwhelming alien fleet pressed down, threatening to extinguish all hope. Then, a flicker of defiance. The Iron Warden fleet arrived, not as a triumphant armada, but as a wounded beast, scarred from countless battles. Their hull plates were scorched, armor patched, and shield emitters coughed weakly. They were not at full strength, merely all that remained. A calm, tired voice replied, "Copy. Hold what you can. We'll do the rest." A desperate promise in the face of overwhelming odds. The Iron Warden didn't form up for show. They spread into a ragged, three-dimensional shell, adapting to the enemy's control of the center lanes. The Rogue Sun fleet, sensing weakness, didn't panic. They pivoted, surging straight at Iron Warden's most damaged ships. A volley of alien fire struck a GSF cruiser's wounded side. The patched armor tore off like paper, venting a bright plume of plasma. The cruiser wobbled, struggling to maintain alignment, its systems screaming under the assault. The battle had truly begun. A voice snapped, "Shields unstable," but another quickly countered, "Then fly the hull, keep the guns talking." Iron Warden fired back, not with glorious salvos, but with measured, precise bursts. Every warhead, every cannon shot mattered. A Velcarith corvette tried to dive under the battered screen, aiming to finish a damaged GSF frigate. The frigate's shields failed on the first hit, but the frigate rotated, using its own wrecked side as cover, firing point defense manually until the corvette's engine cluster sparked and died. The corvette spun off, still firing wildly, then clipped debris and broke apart. A small victory, bought with immense sacrifice. Iron Warden didn't save the day. It bled into the battle, trading pain for precious seconds, buying time for the planet below. Above Harrowgate, bombardment lanes faltered as Velcarith ships were forced to turn their guns upward again, away from the surface. On the surface, a thin breath of hope. Sirens returned in broken sections. Emergency lights flickered back on where power wasn't completely dead. But Iron Warden paid for every second of that breath. A damaged GSF destroyer took a beam hit and lost its last working thruster. It drifted, still firing until a second hit split it open. The ship went quiet. No hero music, just loss. With half a fleet and empty magazines, the Iron Warden Admiral made the only move that made sense. He aimed at the Velcarith command ship. He declared, "Mark their spine. We cut their coordination or we die tired." A desperate gamble for survival. Iron Warden's battered warships tightened their ragged formation, preparing for one hard push, a final desperate assault. But the Rogue Sun fleet adjusted, closing like a fist, ready to crush them before they could land the cut.